Good afternoon and welcome to Cooking with Evan. Today I'm going to be giving you the recipe to Brayden and Elliff's life. Not only is it exciting, but it's also full of flavor. Now let's list off the main ingredients we're going to use in this recipe. First we have his family and friends, then hobbies and interests, and goals and plans of his future. Now let's talk about how we're going to prepare Brayden. Starting off with his family, we have Terry, his grandpa, who is retired and taste tests all of Brayden's food. Then we have his grandma Joni, who is the historian at the Mutual of Omaha Insurance, but will retire soon. And last but not least, we have his brother Matthew, who is 19 years old and a diesel mechanic here in Council Bluffs. And we can't forget his furry friends, Willow, his dog, and Carl, his cat. But to spice up Brayden's spectacular life are his friends, Carter Silvis and Jax Fennell, with whom he likes to go to the YMCA with and play basketball. If he's not with them in person, he'll definitely be playing games with them online. If Brayden's friends were to describe him, they would describe him as funny because he can always find ways to make them laugh. Now that we have brought Brayden to a simmer, let's add his hobbies and interests into the mix. If you're looking for Brayden in the kitchen and he's not in there, be sure to check his room because he'll definitely be there. If you were to walk in on Brayden in his room, you could possibly see him laying on his bed, watching his favorite movie, White Chicks, or playing Clash Royale. But you could also possibly see him sitting in his gaming chair, playing his favorite game, NBA 2K. But be extremely cautious when he's sitting in his chair because he could be upset the other team is cherry picking, or he'll be joyful because he is draining threes. So don't be surprised if he yells out his favorite catchphrase, Bazinga. Not only does Brayden like to play basketball online, he also likes to watch his favorite player, Kawhi Leonard, cook on the court. Brayden says if he was able to meet any famous person, he would meet LeBron James, the GOAT, even though his favorite player is Kawhi. Now that we've brought Brayden to a boil, let's turn down the heat and talk about his plans for the future. Brayden is unsure of what he wants to study in college, but he knows he wants to get a degree in something related to computers and tech. Brayden is thinking about attending Iowa State University because they have the best tech program in Iowa. Once Brayden graduates college with his degree, he wants to find a high-paying job somewhere outside of Iowa. He also wishes to find a woman to marry and possibly have kids with. But something that would enrich Brayden's life would be winning the lottery. Brayden says if he was to win the lottery, he would take half of his winnings and bet it on black, hoping to double it. Brayden wishes that he could just go back in time and invest all of his money into Bitcoin and become super rich. And finally, to wrap it all up, let's go over the main ingredients we used in this recipe. We had his family and friends, his hobbies and interests, and goals and plans for his future. Thank you for giving this recipe a try, and be sure to tell your friends all about it.